Okay, Wildcats. Today we're looking at Monday, October 29th, dividing polynomials with synthetic division on page 27. Now, if you notice, test 4 is going to be the last grade for the second 6 weeks. All right, now your table contents are updated. Let's take a look at your notes. Dividing polynomials with synthetic division on page 27. Synthetic division method steps. So let's look at when we divide 2x squared plus 7x plus 9 divided by x plus 2. Step 1. Write the coefficient of the dividend 2, 7, and 9 in the upper left corner. Write the value of a for the divisor x minus a, so a equals negative 2. Copy the first coefficient in the dividend below the horizontal bar. Step 2. Multiply the first coefficient by the divisor and write the product under the next coefficient. Add the numbers in the new column. Repeat step 2 until additions have been completed in all columns. Draw a box around the last sum. Step 3. The quotient is represented by the number below the horizontal bar. The box number is the remainder. The others are the coefficients of the polynomial quotient in order of decreasing degree. So your result is 2x plus 3 plus the remainder divided by x plus 2. All right, so with that, finish up your notes. All right, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to draw your synthetic division. So you draw your little box here, and then your line. Okay. So the first thing we do is we set x plus 2 equal to 0, and we solve for x. So we subtract 2 from both sides, so x equals negative 2. So that's what goes here, negative 2. And let me see if I can brighten this up. Maybe there you go. Hopefully it won't get blurry anymore. So now you're going to take the coefficients of each term. So that's 1, 5, 6. Okay. So we bring down the first number, which is 1, and now we multiply. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now we multiply. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So your remainder is 0. Now, when you divide with synthetic division, this was 1x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay? Now, when you divide, the powers of the exponents decrease. So here, 1x squared becomes 1x plus, if you do 1 minus 1 is 0, so that's technically x to the 0 power. But x to the 0 power equals 1. So we don't write x to the 0 power. So your result is 1x plus 3 plus 0 divided by x plus 2. Well, 0 divided by x plus 2 is 0, so you just write 1x plus 3. All right, so now let's take a look at example 2. So again, you want to draw your box. I'm going to try to keep all of these lined up. We draw a synthetic division. So then we set x plus 4 equal to 0. Subtract 4 from both sides, so x equals negative 4. So that's what goes here. And then you take the coefficient. So 1, 8, 21, 20. Okay? You bring down the 1. So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Negative 4 times positive 4 is a negative 16. 21 minus 16 is a positive 5. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So your remainder is 0. Okay. Now remember, this was 1x cubed plus 8x squared plus 21x plus 20. And so the degrees of exponents decrease. So that was x cubed, now it's x squared. Plus that was x squared, now it's x. Plus that would be x to 0, so we just leave it as 5. So that equals 1x squared plus 4x plus 5 plus 0 divided by x plus 4. Well, that's just 0, so it equals 1x squared plus 4x plus 5. All right, so let's take a look at example 3. So you start off, draw your synthetic division. So then we set 3x plus 1 equal to 0. We subtract 1 from both sides. So then that's 3x equals negative 1. And then we divide by 3. So then this is negative 1/3. We take the coefficient, so that's 15, 8, negative 12. So we bring down the 15. Negative 1/3 times 15 is a negative 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. Negative 1/3 times 3 is negative 1, so that's negative 13 equals a remainder. Now this is special in that when this number is a fraction, it works a little differently. So this was x squared plus 8x minus 12, so this would become 15x plus 3. Again, very special case, but because of the 1/3, you have to divide this by 3. And then minus the remainder 13 divided by 3x plus 1. Well, this reduces, so that becomes 5x. 3 divided by 3 is 1, minus 13 divided by 3x plus 1. If I'm honest, this is my least favorite one because it's just messy. It looks the math looks weird, but that is the legitimate math of that problem. All right, example 4. So you set up your synthetic division. You set x minus 4 equal to 0. So you add 4 to both sides, x equals 4. So this 4 is here. So then the coefficient, so 1, negative 3. Now, I did this problem on purpose. You have to have every exponent. So 4, 3, you notice you're missing x squared. So you have to incorporate 0x squared. So 0, and then negative 7, then negative 14. Okay. So then you bring down the 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Negative 7 plus 16 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Negative 14 plus 36 is 22. So you have a remainder of 22. Now, the reason why you had to put that 0 is because this was x to the 4th minus 3x cubed plus 0x squared minus 7x. So you have to have 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to have every exponent. Okay, so if there wasn't, since it wasn't x squared, you have to put a 0 there. Okay, and they reduce, so x to the 4th is x cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 9. So your answer is 1x cubed plus 1x squared plus 4x plus 9 plus 22 divided by x minus 4. All right, example 5. So again, you set up your synthetic division. And let's bring this up higher. All right, let me get it unblurry. All right, now this one I did on purpose that I didn't put them in order. So what you need to do first is reorder these. So you need to actually write this as 3x cubed plus 4x squared. There's no x, so plus 0x plus 10. Okay, so then this is 3, 4, 0, 10. Now we said x minus 2 equal to 0. So add 2 to both sides, x equals 2. So now bring down the 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 0 plus 20 is 20. 2 times 20 is 40. 10 plus 20 is 50. So your remainder is 50. Now this was 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x plus 10. So then that's 3x squared plus 10x plus 20. So you have 3x squared plus 10x plus 20 plus 50 divided by x minus 2. Now you're probably wondering why we do this 50 divided by x minus 2. So let's go back to, I guess you could say almost elementary math. And let's look at 4 divided by 5. Not 1, 4 divided by 5. So basic math tells us that 4 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. We subtract 5 minus 4 is 1. So technically the answer, 4 divided by 5, is equivalent to 1 plus 1/4, which is 1.25. Okay, and if you were to put in your calculator 5 divided by 4, you'd see that it's 1.25. But that's why we take the remainder divided by the number there. Okay. All right. So with that, if you understood the examples, start working on an assignment. If not, you can start working. You can see me in the teacher-led station, and I go over the examples again. So with that, have a wonderful Wildcat